Now when I say compact sedan from Hyundai, well, you might be thinking of the Hyundai Accent. Well, that car has a successor now in the form of this car. This is the Hyundai Aura, which, if you haven't made it out already, is based on the Grand i10 Nios. But then again, there are new things that are being offered with this car. So today we're going to take it out for a drive and find out what are these new features, how is it to drive, and try to find out the answer to the big question, whether this is going to be worth your money.
Let's start with the design of the Hyundai Aura. While from the front it looks similar to the Grand i10 Nios, it does get a redesigned bumper and different detailing to the grille, which has been given a silver bezel. We also get the same swept back projector headlamps along with projector fog lamps, but perhaps the biggest differentiator from the front is the fact that the Aura gets two boomerang shaped LED DRLs instead of one that you get on the Grand i10 Nios. Coming to the sides, the Aura gets newly designed alloy wheels which look fantastic, and the car sports a coupe-like roofline that tapers towards the boot, which itself has a pinched up look, making it look properly sporty. The C-pillar has been given a gloss black finish to give the Aura a floating roof design. Coming to the back, it gets Z-shaped LED tail lamps which get a chrome garnish in between to make them look connected. While from the front, the Aura looks good. It is from the sides and the rear where the design can come across as a bit polarizing. However, we can say that the Aura does look better in the flesh than what it looks in the pictures. And with that, we come to the inside of the Hyundai Aura.
So the moment you sit inside the Hyundai Aura, well, the first thing that will come to your mind is actually the Grand i10 Nios if you've sat in that car before. The reason is that the cabin is almost identical in terms of design to the one you get in the Grand i10 Nios. However, Hyundai has taken the effort to give it its own treatment. What I mean by that is that the seats now get a different texture, and also the dash uses bronze inserts now, which actually look a lot better. You still get the good bits like the honeycomb pattern on the dash and so on, and overall it's still a very good place to be in.
The Aura makes use of lighter shades inside the cabin which make it look upmarket and premium. However, the cabin and the seat upholstery will require special care as time goes on in order to maintain a clean look. You still have ample amount of storage compartments all across the cabin, and the honeycomb pattern is carried on to the doors and also around the gear lever as well. In terms of features, the Aura gets things like wireless charging for the top spec variant, automatic climate control, a semi-digital instrument cluster that shows pretty much everything you need to know, and the highlight is the 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system that has a good touch response and is intuitive to use. It also supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. What's new is that the top-end petrol variants of the Aura also get cruise control system. For those seated at the front, it's a nice, airy, well-lit cabin space to be in, and the same goes for those seated at the back as well.
Now coming to the back seat of the Hyundai Aura, well, right now the driver's seat has been set according to my height, and for reference I'm 5'10", and you can see I still have good amount of leg room, knee room, shoulder room, and decent amount of headroom on offer as well. It still is one of the most spacious cabins in terms of width in its segment, and you won't have any problem having 3 people sit over here at the back. Also, the under thigh support is really nice too. But what's new in the Aura is that now you get an armrest as well.
But coming to the all-important part, which is the driving experience. Hyundai is offering the Aura with 3 engine options. There is a 1.2-litre petrol engine that is offered with a choice of a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed AMT gearbox. Then there is the 1-litre turbocharged petrol engine, which is the most powerful of the lot, that gets only a 5-speed manual gearbox option. And then there's the variant that we drove, which is the 1.2-litre diesel engine that was powered by a 5-speed manual gearbox. And yes, this one gets an AMT gearbox option too. This eco-torque diesel engine makes 75 PS of power and 190 Nm of torque. And what's special about this is the fact that this is a BS6 emission norm compliant motor. This means that come April 1, 2020, the Hyundai Aura will be one of the few diesel engine powered compact sedans on sale in India. As for the driving bit, the engine is refined and has a healthy spread of power and torque across the RPM band. In case of the quick overtakes, you won't really feel the need to downshift every time. We also found that the suspension setup is bang on, as it coped well with low speeds and had a stable ride at highway speeds as well. The Aura feels even better at city speeds thanks to the light clutch and light steering that makes it easy to tackle city traffic. All in all, the Aura leaves a positive first impression at almost all fronts.
So to sum up my thoughts about the Hyundai Aura, well, having spent the day driving around this car, it's a familiar driving experience, which is to say that this is a good car to drive around as well. It will do the job in the city and you can take it out on the highways too. As for the features, it gets everything that other cars in this segment offers, and as for the looks, that is a subjective matter. You have to decide whether this works for you or not. At the end of the day, this will be a good value for money car, especially if you're going for the diesel variant or the 1 litre petrol engine variant.